So, and this is very important in reference to the history of court cases that my mother had, and they were videotaped in reference to these men holding me hostage. And my mother was in court, and my mother, it's the transcripts, and the stenographer has transcripts of the history of the court cases when these people had kidnapped me back in the 80s, when they had my mother in tears when she was crying about these men holding me hostage, these men trying to mutilate me, these men trying to rape me, these government men. And come to find out, I guess some of them was tied in with the IRS, but my mother didn't have no debts, and neither did my father. And these people, but some of these people was trying to steal land and trying to steal farms from my mother and father's estates. And these people was trying to steal the companies and the media. See, when they try to steal the media, they try to control what people know about situations. So when they tried to steal my father's media companies, these people would try to pretend like they didn't know nothing about nothing, and then they were trying to hide things from the public in reference to the seriousness of these people. And these people trying to hurt Americans, these people trying to hurt me and my mother and father. When my father got murdered, and he was frozen, and then my mother got murdered and she was frozen. But the Indiana courts have records of these people and the court cases that my mother had against the Indiana government. And these people's names are on record. These people that are doing this. They were subpoenaed into court back in the 80s. So, this is very serious in reference to the crimes of these people. They've done this shit to me before when they was playing games at their extortion and manipulation, and these people were stealing from my checking account in California. And they were trying to run me out of my apartment at 7513 Fountain and Gardner. These people was blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. Rural protocols in all 50 states. So any person in government or any branch of government that claims they don't know the information, they need to go to court. Because every person in government is supposed to know the information of what the rural protocol means and who it is, in reference to who I am and who my parents are. And if, these people are trying to cover up those court cases, they always, when they kidnapped me, they always brought me to Indiana. So Indiana seems to be one of the core violations or violators in this hostage kidnapping situation. There's obviously, my mother had, court cases, and those have to be public knowledge. They have to be public information in reference to all the names of these people that are doing these things. These people that kidnapped me. They held me hostage in Arkansas before too. And on the way when they kidnapped me from California, they kidnapped me from school in New York. They kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions. They kidnapped me from the companies before. There was a time where I was riding with my Uncle Jack Warner, and they tried to roadblock the limousine of my Uncle Jack Warner, and I was riding with my Uncle Jack Warner back then. It's like Godfather, but I could say uncle, And Rural Protocols at Warner Brothers Studios, at Universal, at Sony, at all the studios. And if anybody sent anything in the postal mail, I didn't receive it. So I don't know what to say. I haven't received anything in the postal mail. And if people can donate to the GoFundMe, it would be appreciated, It's a very serious situation. These people, all the police reports of these stalkers and these people that have done these things have to be on public record. So nobody claims that something was being hidden from the public. It's very important in reference to prosecuting these people that are trying to play these games of stealing my identity, and these people trying to steal my mother and father's estates. And it's protected by bloodlines. 100% bloodlines. Meaning my DNA is the same as my mother and father's combination of DNA, and I'm 100% the only child of my parents, And so in reference to the government and these people trying to play tricks, it's very important that people know the information. That's why the Rural Protocol has to be mentioned and read off on public broadcasts, like in the news. I haven't received anything. If anybody sent anything, hopefully people will keep donating to the GoFundMe. It's like at $249 or something. But you know, the goal is $3,000. But in reference to these people, now these people have tried to murder me on jobs too, and there's a hate club list. All these government people that are doing this to me, all these IRS people that have done this, their names have to be on the Treasury list and of hate club list, and their names have to be on the hate. They're messing with my mouth. See, that's another lawsuit. Every time you fucking touch me, man, it's a lawsuit, and it starts in the fucking billions. Every fucking time. Back to the point of information. All these IRS people, all these dirty cops, all these dirty FBI and CIA people, their names have to go on the hate club list. The hate club list is a list of people that have tried to murder me, people that have tried to extort from me, people that tried to steal my mother and father's estates, people that have tried to cockblock me from having girlfriends, people that have tried to steal or tried to tamper with my life in any way, people that have tried to murder me on jobs, people that conspired with people that tried to steal my identity. It all has to be on the hate club list. So you'll know if law enforcement's doing their job or not by seeing how many people they get their names of which people have tampered with my life, which people have stolen from me, which people have shot at me, which people have tried to murder me, which people have tried to steal my identity. It is an obligatory list of individuals that are haters, that have hated on me or they hated on my parents, and their race and religion has to be documented. And it has to be on record too, and their fingerprints. Because usually they're supposed to be arrested for this kind of thing that they're doing. And hello, future administrations, very important in reference to America and the future of America. And don't forget, the next administration laws always take effect when the present time president gets inaugurated, in reference to the guidelines of the neutral laws and the basic laws of American government, which are serious laws in reference to governing governors and mayors and other political people, so they don't extort, so they don't try to cause problems with people's lives as for their administration or their communism or socialism or anything like that. So like when somebody gets elected as the president, there are guideline laws that protect the people from dictatorships of criminals, even in past presidencies, which the history of administrations have not been governed by the factual policies of American law. That's why these people was doing these things. Like, for instance, the records of who I am and who my parents are, these people have claimed they didn't know nothing about it. When it's been on record and it's in their database, and it's been in their database the whole time. And it's on TV 24 hours a day. So, in reference to the information, and my mother had, when she had court cases, she had all the codes for all the laws in reference to these types of situations that these people have done. So the hate club list is an obligatory fact of American policies in reference to anybody trying to steal my mother and father's estates from me, anybody trying to steal my identity, anybody trying to steal the companies or businesses of my mother and father, or particulars of anybody in government trying to tamper with my life or trying to steal DNA or genetics, and then they tried to breed into my family name, and then they tried to murder me. Now, see, that's premeditated crimes of dirty government. Premeditated activities of criminals and gold-digging activities of government and extortion. Lots of things of importance, people. Friendly acknowledgments of the future. Obviously, I need the GoFundMe thing right now. And this is a kidnapping, too. I got kidnapped from California. They have the time and date. They even have the flight record from when they kidnapped me and I flew back to Indiana when they forced me back here. You understand that, right? So the flight record is a record, too. And all the conspirators that conspired against me in California, a lot of them had ties to people in Indiana. And that has to be investigated, too. Lots of things of importance. Friendly acknowledgments. And if you guys can help out on the GoFundMe, it would be appreciated. Rock on, people. Hello, music and television and film industry and Stuntman Association and food and beverage industries. How you guys doing? You know, it's very serious. Some of you already know what some of these people are trying to do. Lots of things of importance.